Hi, I'm Neil Wenger. I work at the NAIT Shell Manufacturing Center. I've been working at NAIT for about 6.5 years now. On the weekends I teach robotics and automation there, and during the week I'm a technologist. Right now we're out at one of my projects. This is a cabin that I'm building out by Wabamum Provincial Park, and I'm building this cabin to have a place to get away from town. So we bought this piece of land here. It was just all trees when we first bought it. This cabin here, I'm building it off the grid, so I've built it with really thick walls, for insulation, so that I can be off the grid and use as least amount of electricity as possible. I'm putting in some solar heating on the south wall here. Actually, what I'm going to be putting in is some beer can furnaces. I've collected together about 700 or 800 cans now, and this winter I hope to get started on building some heaters. Basically, they're a heat exchanger. You put them in what looks like a window on the building, and they heat up, and the air flows through them and heats the air, and we'll see if we can reduce the amount of propane that we're using to heat the cabin. I have a model railroad in my basement. So that started in my first house in the basement. My wife looked at it and said, "So when are you going to be done?" And I said, "Well, the idea of a hobby is to never be done. You finish individual little buildings and parts of it, but it's an ongoing process that goes on forever." So at my home now, I have a room that's about 14 feet by 15 feet with 2 layers of train tracks going around and through the middle, and little towns and little buildings, and it's a big project. I don't get a lot of time to work on that because I've got too many projects on the go. I actually met my wife at NAIT in my last year of NAIT. So I took a dance class there. There used to be recreational stuff offered at NAIT for people in the programs. And my oldest son, he graduated from instrumentation. A number of years ago, he actually met his wife at NAIT as well. She was in the instrumentation program. And my son Tyler just graduated from instrumentation last year, and my son Steven, he graduated from the business program. I was taking a project management course in the NAIT Shell Manufacturing Center from where I was working, and I saw this big lab, and I thought, oh, this is way bigger than my garage, and there was way more toys that I could play with here than I could have in my garage at home. So the story that Maeve likes to tell, my boss likes to tell people, is that I bugged him for like 2 years before he finally gave me a job there.